red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you might even say it glows. Man-eater, make you work hard, make you stand tall, wish you never, ever met her at all. That is our lady Jolanda. Most of our boys here do wish they'd never ever met her at all. She is a little bit of a man-eater, hence why her anthem is, of course, Nelly Furtado's Man-Eater, which of course she does not sing in a slightly terrible Russian accent, but I just feel like it suits Gödel's vibe. I think if she was to be a person, she would be a very strong-minded Russian woman, and she would take no rubbish from nobody. No messing for Jolanda. Absolutely not. Never, ever. Because let's get on with the show. Woohoo!
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere.
So here she is, the matriarch herself, none other than Jolanda van Kroonbank. And the van Kroonbank at the end of the Jolanda is because she's one of our homebreds. So all of our homebreds here have it. It's the van Kroonbank, which translates to from Greenbank in Dutch. Jolanda's nicknames include Jodel, Yoda, and Yo-Yo, Yo-Yolanda, and Yo. And she is just the coolest horse going. And her colour is of course red, and that represents her strong, fiery, powerful nature. She is one very, very powerful, independent woman. And as I've already said, she puts all of the boys here in their place. Although you do make exceptions for Hidde and Hoitze, don't you? Because you have respect for old men. Especially Hoitze, because Jolanda likes big boys. She likes her men big and strong, like Hoitze. But even though she's big, she is our very, very own BFG. And just to note, to any men watching this who are now slightly afraid of Jolanda, you needn't be, because with human men, she's as sweet as anything. So as you've probably already gathered, this young lady is one strong character in every sense of the word. On the whole, she's leader out there with girlies as well, leader with girlies, and she's enjoying a good belly scratch right now. And I have the honour of working with this girl, and I have to say it's going to be one hell of a journey for both of us, but I love every step of the process. She doesn't make it easy for me because she's a rather, you know, large horse. I like to think of her as an elegant Arctic wagon. So because of that, and she also has one shoulder bigger than the other, so she's slightly crooked in her movement. She's just snorting in the background because she hasn't been in here for a little while, and I've shut the door which would normally be open. The other one next door is open, so she's just having a little, oh, what's going on in here then? But she'll soon settle. And interestingly as well, that head shake is her just going, I'm not really quite sure. So I'm going to go back to her and video here instead, because our man-eater does need reassurance and moral support from time to time, much like we all do. But yeah, she has one shoulder bigger than the other, which makes her rather challenging to train, just because she finds it naturally quite hard work, as well as having the shoulders, as she's due to her size as well. I think it took her a little while. Do you like my socks? They're red like your colour. Yes. It took her a little while to learn, you know, how to coordinate and where all of her legs go. And she's naturally also rather weak behind, so we need to strengthen that up so she can generate the power and really push herself forward. So she can push forward from behind with the energy, and by stepping through from behind, she'll be able to generate the power through her body, engage her core, stretch down through her neck and her shoulders, loosen those off to really be able to unleash the power that is there. But it's just going to take us a lot of training and a lot of loosening work in order to develop that. And it's worth adding as well that Jolanda is, of course, one of Femma's daughters. And Femma was one of our original girls, who was, of course, our first ever model mare. And Femma was a beautiful horse in terms of personality and looks, which Jolanda has definitely inherited. And she's also taken on her role as resident matriarch. And as for her personality as a horse, she's very sweet, she's very kind. However, she stands firm in her beliefs and she won't allow anybody to mess her out. And she's definitely one of the more dominant characters in the field with the rest. And she does also have elements of her Auntie Renska in her, as Renska is her actual auntie, as she is her mother's half-sister, whereby she likes to care after the others, but she's definitely more of a disciplinarian than Renska is. And you're very much in charge of keeping your slightly more unhinged sisters, Ineke and Joukje, in check, because they need, you know, they need a strong leader, those two. And Jodel definitely provides that for them. And Jolanda here, her legacy that she's building is that, as due to everything with her shoulders, as I've already discussed, it does mean as a result of that she is mechanically lame. So she's never going to move biomechanically in the correct sense, but she's very, very comfortable with it. So it's not a lameness out of pain, it's a lameness out of the way she's built. So she's absolutely fine, there's no pain there, she just moves in a slightly unusual way. And she's taught us that even if a horse isn't sound on paper, as long as they're happy, healthy and comfortable, they're just as capable of doing everything as the others are. You just have to be a little bit careful in the training, obviously, to ensure that you're never going to push them too much, but the training definitely benefits her because it helps her strengthen out those imbalances and weak points. Although that's not me saying you should go and work your lame horse, you know, always do it with discretion. As for example, her sister Joukje is also mechanically lame, and she can't train in the conventional way because it would potentially be a little painful for her, so she just comes in here and plays. But Joukje is paddock sound, but you'll hear more about her in her advent, because this is of course Jodel's moment to shine. And I'm so excited for the future of this mare, because she is just absolutely incredible. She's such a trier, and like I said, she's not the easiest to train, and that's not due to her temperament, it's just due to the way she's built, and she doesn't naturally find it easy to generate the energy within her body. But we're working on it together, and I'm actually so grateful to her already, because she's going to be the one that, along with Hannes and Joukje and the other ones I work with, she's going to be the one that really teaches me as a person how to adequately ride and train the horses in a way that benefits them in an effective manner. But she is just absolutely incredible. She's one hell of a horse in more ways than one. Much like her colour red, she's got some serious fire in her belly. We're just learning how to activate it together, and it is an absolute pleasure. And as this is of course the Frisian Experience Christmas countdown, guess what? There is only 16 sleeps to go till a big day, the 25th of December. And if any of you are wondering why I've started wearing dresses all of a sudden, I originally started wearing them because Angel Eye just needed to be more of a celebration and a thank you, and now I just like wearing them. You know, I like dressing up for the occasion, and the occasion is of course to introduce you all to and celebrate our beautiful black pearls. So they do deserve black tie attire. Not that this is really black tie attire, but I do have adequate clothes for that I may get out in the future, as I like to do my job in style. Not that I'd muck out wearing this, it's not very practical, but for stuff like this it works. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed meeting our beautiful girl Jolanda. She is our biggest as well. She stands at 17 hands tall, and when she's looking at things like she is today, because it's a little bit windy and wet out, she grows an extra hand, and she is, I've said it so many times and it's worth saying again, because she is absolutely incredible. She's fire.
You go, take a look in the 5